A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. London. In a significant diplomatic effort to bolster Ukraine's position in ongoing negotiations, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy convened with leaders from France, Germany, and the United Kingdom in London on Monday. This high-stakes meeting, hosted by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at 10 Downing Street, aims to unify Europe's allies in support of a US-led initiative designed to resolve the continuing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. As the war drags on, Zelenskyy emphasized the urgency of enhancing Ukraine's security measures, improving air defense capabilities, and securing long-term financial support for the country's military efforts. His discussions in London, along with upcoming talks in Brussels, are critical as they focus on establishing a ceasefire that is underpinned by robust security guarantees from both Europe and the United States. This strategy is intended to deter any future aggression from Russia, which has continued its assaults on Ukrainian territory. The backdrop of this meeting comes after US and Ukrainian officials concluded a three-day negotiation session aimed at narrowing differences on the US administration's peace proposal. Zelenskyy described these talks as substantive, indicating a serious commitment to finding common ground, despite significant challenges. A key sticking point remains the suggestion that Ukraine must cede control of its eastern Donbas region to Russia, a proposal that has met with strong resistance from both Ukraine and its European allies. In the lead-up to the meeting, Zelenskyy took to Telegram to express his hopes for fruitful discussions, stating that the focus would be on security, air defense, and financial commitments necessary for Ukraine's ongoing defense. The leaders gathered in London are acutely aware that any potential ceasefire must be just and enduring, a sentiment echoed by Prime Minister Starmer, who emphasized that he would not pressure Zelenskyy into accepting a settlement that does not meet these criteria. The geopolitical landscape surrounding these negotiations has been further complicated by comments from former US President Donald Trump, who expressed frustration with Zelenskyy, claiming that the Ukrainian leader had not fully engaged with the proposal on the table. Trump has historically maintained a contentious relationship with Zelenskyy, often urging Ukraine to cede territory to Russia in the interest of ending the conflict. Meanwhile, the publication of a new U.S. national security strategy has raised alarms among European leaders, while being welcomed by the Kremlin. The document outlines the U.S. administration's core foreign policy interests, including a desire to improve relations with Russia after years of tension. This shift in tone has been met with skepticism in Europe, where leaders are cautious about the implications for NATO and regional security. As diplomatic efforts unfold, the situation on the ground remains dire. Russian forces have continued their assaults on Ukraine, with reports of drone and missile strikes resulting in civilian casualties and damage to critical infrastructure. Over the weekend, at least 4 people were killed in attacks aimed at energy facilities as winter approaches, highlighting the urgent need for a resolution to the ongoing conflict. In a troubling development, Russian air defenses reported the destruction of 67 Ukrainian drones overnight, indicating a sustained campaign against Ukrainian forces. The Ministry of Defense in Russia claimed that these drones were shot down across 11 regions, underscoring the ongoing military confrontation. As leaders from Ukraine and Europe engage in crucial talks aimed at ending the conflict, the stakes have never been higher. With the potential for a ceasefire on the horizon, the outcome of these discussions could have lasting implications for regional stability and the future of Ukraine. The world watches closely as Zelenskyy and his European allies navigate this complex and challenging diplomatic landscape, striving for peace amid ongoing hostilities. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.